I am complete. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No more heartache or pain. I am complete. Yes, I said it. My whole life has changed. I am complete. No more heartache or pain. I am. Yes, I said it, and I meant it. And my world has changed. I was poor from a dark, dark side, but now I can see again. You reached down when I needed you most. Oh, and you kept me close. Yes, I said it. Our whole life has changed. Oh, yeah. No more heartache or pain. I am complete. No more heartache or pain. Our whole life has changed. I am complete. No more heartache or pain. I am complete.
No longer scared to face the world with my scars out and proud. Never again will I let something hold me down. I am complete. Thanks to the help I got when I kneel down on one knee. I learned the road of life is filled with twists and turns, and if you play with fire, you will get burned. But that road I traveled and that burn I suffered, but in the end it made me tougher. Lord knows I wanted to quit and just end it all, but he told me, son, this is not where you fall, this is where you stand tall.
When I was in need, oh, you saved me. Yes, I said it. When I was troubled, and I meant it. My whole life has changed. I am complete. No more heartache or pain. I am complete. I crossed the road. I see things clearer now. What he has shown me, I can reach for the sky. I crossed the road. I see things clearer now. What he has shown me, I can reach for the sky. I crossed the road. I see things clearer now. What he has shown me, I can reach for the sky. I crossed the road. I see things clearer now. What he has shown me, I can reach for the sky. Yes, I said it. My whole life has changed. I am complete. No more heartache or pain. I am. Yes, I said it, and I meant it. And my world has changed. dark side, but now I can see again. You reached down when I needed you most. Oh, and you kept me close. Yes, I said it.
Scared to face the world with my scars out and proud. Never again will I let something hold me down. I am complete. Thanks to the help I got when I kneel down on one knee. I learned the road of life is filled with twists and turns, and if you play with fire, you will get burned. But that road I traveled and that burn I suffered, but in the end it made me tougher. Lord knows I wanted to quit and just end it all, but he told me, son, this is not where you fall, this is where you stand tall.
When I was in need, oh, I just saved me. Yes, I said it. My whole life has changed. I am complete. No more heartache or pain. I am. Yes, I said it, and I meant it. And my world has changed. I was poor from a dark, dark side. But now I can see again. You reached down when I needed you most. Oh, and you kept me close. Yes, I said it. My whole life has changed.
Scared to face the world with my scars out and proud. Never again will I let something hold me down. I am complete. Thanks to the help I got when I kneel down on one knee. I learned the road of life is filled with twists and turns, and if you play with fire, you will get burned. But that road I traveled and that burn I suffered, but in the end it made me tougher. Lord knows I wanted to quit and just end it all, but he told me, son, this is not where you fall, this is where you stand tall.
When I was in need, oh, I just saved me.
Welcome. We are back live. Hi. Hope everyone had a very good holiday. Unfortunately, we're coming back, under some very stressful times. Very stressful times. People being murdered, and we're going to say allegedly, just for the purposes. But I really don't know where to start at this point. I definitely want to send our sympathy, condolences out to the families of Alton Sterling, Philando, Castle. The list goes on. The statistics are so high, it's absolutely ridiculous. You're talking 136 black people have been killed in 2016. There's a problem.
Definitely.
There's an issue, and it has to stop. We have to figure out some strategies to come together to try to prevent this. Allegedly, the cops, killed these two men just recently. Allegedly, although we saw what we saw on film, on tape, but it's just really, it's very disturbing. I have a son. Renee has a son. I've talked to my children, talked to my son, explained it to him. But even in doing that, and even in teaching our children to do the right thing and abide by the law, it's unfortunate that you have to take it a step further. I don't know what the next step is, that this will not happen, to take it further. If you even teach your children to abide by the law, hands, where they're supposed to be, I don't know what else to say. Let me say this, though, before we get started, too. Renee, this is my trooper right here. She's going through her own situations right now. And she came through. This was a show that needed to be done, and she came through. She got some disturbing news also this morning. It's just a lot going on. So if we seem a little off balance, it's a lot going on.
Yeah, but like Lisa said today, this whole past couple weeks has been a nightmare. It's like, to me, it's like we're going backwards. To sit there and watch, and when I say I literally watched that video over and over and over and over again, and I saw with my own two eyes where this man's hands were when they shot him in cold blood. I'm sorry, I can't say allegedly. They shot this man in cold blood, and it's sad. I had to call my son is 30 years old. I had to call my son just so I can feel, at peace, to know that he was in the house and he's a grown man. It's really sad, that a black man can't be riding on the passenger side of his girlfriend's car without getting killed because he reached for his wallet, which you asked him to do, in front of his 4-year-old. I am so freaking angry. I'm angry, and I'm against violence because I've had, so many things happen to me. I'm totally against violence, but something needs to be done. People can't just go around killing our black men or women, kids, nothing. It's not right. I honestly believe, I know this is not on Obama's level, but he's the commander-in-chief. Somebody needs to do something. Somebody needs to step up and stand up. Yeah, okay. I wanted to say this too. Nothing was said when the two gentlemen were killed. But yesterday, they take a break in the middle of Congress to talk about the fact that the police were murdered. And I'm sorry, I'm so sorry for the police, the innocent police that were killed in Dallas. But make that same noise when our people are getting killed in the streets every freaking day. So I'm just like, I'm really fed up right now. And I just, I wanted to be depressed and stay in my bed and just wallow in my pity and sorrow for everything I'm going through, but I couldn't. Because I also got another call inbox today, and this was nothing but confirmation because I had just hung up the phone with Lisa and said, I can't do it today. I don't have it in me. I don't have the strength. As soon as we hung up, I got a text saying one of my girlfriend's friends just murdered her husband due to domestic violence. That was my cue. Get up. Because this is what I'm fighting against. I'm not doing anybody any good laying around depressed and sad. Okay, I got to do what I got to do. So I'm here. But this is really ridiculous. It's really sad. And I'm going to tell you what I think needs to be done. We need to hit people in their pockets. When people start losing money, that's when they going to start acting like we are human beings and supposed to be free citizens in the United States. Right. Until they feel it in their pockets, they're going to keep treating us like second-class citizens. Right. So we need to do what they did back in the day. Stop catching Metro. Stop paying these people. And I know it's easy for me to say because I'm driving. But at the end of the day, if I wasn't, I would stop catching Metro. You see what I'm saying? Right. It's like ridiculous. I'm not patronizing. I'm straight up. I'm patronizing black owned stores. I don't mean no harm, and I don't have anything against anybody that is white. I don't have anything against the police that do what they're supposed to do, their sworn oath. I don't have anything against anybody, but if you are not right, then I got a problem with you. I have a problem with you.
And I'll say this, I'm former military police, and the training that we get for the military is combat defensive training. And it's defensive based on attacks, people attacking you. Mm-hmm. This right here is a different, it's very, very different to me. I'm so emotional right now. I'm trying to just keep it together. Right. I'm really trying to keep it together. Because, like you say, there's a 4-year-old child in the back. There's a man out there selling CDs for, mm-hmm. I don't know his financial status. I really don't. So I don't know if it was for him to help
provide
his family.
For his family, right.
I don't know if it was just something he just wanted to do. I don't know. But what I do know is it's so unfortunate. And when I look at my own child, I can't tell you how many times I have talked to my children, and my children are just like, okay, mommy, we get it. My husband, we talk to them, and it's just, it just, I'm pretty much afraid for my own children.
Oh, yeah.
And that's terrible.
Yeah, and mine are grown, and I feel the same way. Mine are grown. My son is 30, and I had to call him last night to make sure he was okay. I find myself calling him every day to see if he's in the house or see if he's in safe, and it's ridiculous. In 2016 that we have to go through this, it doesn't make any sense. And somebody, where's Al Sharpton at? That's what I want to know.
He's coming.
Where's Jesse Jackson? No. Usually they in the front line right away. Where they at? Really?
They're coming.
Okay, well, I didn't see him. I'm sorry, but guess what? Good. Thank you. He needs to be there. And more people, and these football players and all these basketball players, y'all need to stand up. It's real, because bad. It's not going to stop until we show that we care and we do something to make a difference. Because they don't give it's obvious they don't give a darn about us. They don't give a darn about us. And at the end of the day, I'm not even going to get into the black on black crime. We already know that. But at the end of the day, we weren't sworn to protect and serve the community. And I'm not making excuses for the black on black crime, because it's wrong. We need to get it together. But at the end of the day, like I said, we weren't sworn to protect and serve either. They were sworn in to protect us, and they're just blatantly, just in cold blood, shooting people dead right in front of a camera, and nothing is being done about it.
And part of that, but I will tap on our young black men. We have to educate our black men. We have to educate ourselves, period, all together, women, men, whoever. But we definitely have to educate. I am so sick. When I tell you I'm so sick, and I just talked to my kids about this as well. I told my daughter, do not bring home a boy with his pants down to his ankles. Did I not? And my daughter's over there grinning right now, skinning and grinning. But I told her, we're not having that. I told my son, we're not having that.
Had to grip him up.
When I grew up, I never saw that. And if the young people knew what that stood for,
oh yeah,
they would not be doing it.
I think we should tell them. They may not know.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, part of it was when you were
Incarcerated
and you had your pants hanging down to where y'all had. I wish y'all could see me how I'm showing you where your pants are hanging.
Your butt cheeks hanging
Yeah,
out.
everything is hanging. That was an invitation. That was an invite.
That you were
Ready.
available,
Yeah,
and you were
ready.
You know.
So if we go back to that and start doing that again, how many of you would have your pants hanging down? I don't think a lot of you, because if you pull some of these guys that are incarcerated, that have been incarcerated for so many years, that don't give a damn, you would learn. Your pants will be pulled up. They might be pulled up to your damn neck.
Choked to death with a belt tight as ever. I'm telling you.
And plus, it's not a good look.
No, it's not. It's disrespectful. It's like, it's just... To me, it's just plain tacky. And I told my son, he already knows when he see me coming, and he 30, like I said.
That's right.
He tighten that belt. He tighten that, pull him up and tighten that belt up, because he knows. I didn't raise you like that. Like, come on now. You being disrespectful not only to yourself, but to me, the woman that raised you.
Right.
To be a decent person.
Right.
But I just found out yesterday there's someone that I know was raped. A male in jail, and I don't think it had anything to do with his pants being hanging down or anything, but that just made me think about that, and I just found it out yesterday. But it's just so much going on till it's enough to just make you just want to sit somewhere in a corner and curl up and cry, and but we can't because we are, I thought about this, we are the modern day civil rights movement, and we have to, regardless of how we feeling. Martin Luther King ain't say, well, I'm tired and I'm depressed, so I got to stay home in the bed and cry. He got up and did what he had to do, and his life was taken because he was passionate about, and he meant what he said. Right. And we're the same way. So it's no way that I could let my sister come in here today knowing everything that's going on, despite how I was feeling. My father is diagnosed with prostate cancer. I'm dealing with him. It's a lot going on. But at the end of the day, God woke me up this morning, and it's too much that we need to talk about. So I couldn't lay there because how was that benefiting anybody? So we're here, and we just need, people to call in to talk about it, to get it off their chest, because I'm at work. I'm feeling it. I'm crying. I'm going to be straight up with you. I was at work in tears just thinking about and just seeing some of the things that were on the internet. And even after seeing the video, some other white people were making comments and saying things like, you all don't know exactly where his hands were, or did you see his criminal background? He did this and that. The police that shot and killed this man did not know what his criminal background was when they shot and killed him.
And do you know how many people are in the federal government that have criminal backgrounds? Or
exactly.
Have had criminal backgrounds?
Exactly.
So you can't even go there.
Yeah.
You
what happened
really can't go
to
there.
a fair trial? What happens to innocent until proven guilty? We don't even get to make it to the courtroom now. They just straight killing us.
Yeah, it's frustrating, as you can see. We
just pray.
We're off, so pray for us a little bit.
Pray for us, please.
But please call in. The number is 240-620-7789. We would love to hear what you have to say. And again, we're working towards getting a teen segment. I definitely want to do a teen segment.
Yes.
To try to do as much, intervention and just try to assist as much as we can.
Right.
'Cause
They need it. They need it because it's not a lot of
role models.
Role models,
I just got a
right.
statistic. Last week for this, we'll be doing a documentary as well, but a statistic that was so overwhelming to me, where he told me 60% of our black males do not graduate from high school.
That's real. Yeah,
That's a huge number.
it really is.
Out of that 60%, with not graduating from high school, what road are you going to take?
Right.
Because when you can't get that particular job that you want, that's going to bring in the funds that you're trying to get, where does that leave you? Where does that put you? And then if it puts you in a bad space, then that's another road where we're losing our men again.
Right. Right.
Something has
So-
to change with our men. I mean, and even like you said, the black on black.
Mm-hmm.
We need to stop all that.
And we need these men that are out here, that have the good jobs, that have the good careers, to step up and start coming into these communities and mentoring these young men to try to show them other ways other than what they grew up around and what they saw, growing up, so they can see that there are other options and that there are people that care about how they turn out. Because at the end of the day, if you do what you see and what you know.
Right.
If you don't know no better, you're not going to do any better. So we need the men, that are doing well, that own shops, barbershops, whatever, that have, the businesses and careers that are doing well, to step up and mentor. Go into a neighborhood that you probably would not even go into. You know what I mean? Open up a recreation center or something to give these kids something to do or somewhere to go.
Especially in the summertime. It's
Right? It's nothing for them to do. So idle mind is the devil's playground.
Yes, it is.
And they definitely need, role models, and they need things to do to occupy their time.
Right.
Constructive things.
Yeah, and this is the bad time of the year for idle minds. Because there's for teenage kids that are still in school, there's camps are over at a certain period of time, and then if you can't afford to send your child to that particular camp, again, there's an idle mind.
They're
have your
roaming
children
all
out
day.
on the street. They're in the house. They're roaming.
Right.
Their mind is. It's just too much going on. So we have to, as a community, get out there and try to help our young kids. There's a young teenager on our street, and I told the kids, I said, if he's one of those ones that if he was pulled out of his surroundings, his friends that are negative, he would be one of those teens that you could save.
Right.
He would be one that you could save. But it takes a lot to, like you said, the men to step up to the plate,
Right.
that own these businesses, that just have that structure and have that heart to say, you know what, I'm going to pull you. I'm going to pull you. You come with me, and I'm going to teach you how to paint. I'm going to teach you how to draw. I'm going to teach you how to cut hair, cut grass. I'm going to teach you how to make a dollar, so that you know to make a legitimate dollar, and take that legitimate dollar, invest that legitimate dollar, and build some more.
Exactly.
Continue to build. And then I think when we start having communities like that, where we're up a level,
They're proud. They're
then it
proud.
won't be a problem.
Then they're proud of, they have a job, they have a,
Right.
they've
You can
learned
pull
something where they
your
can
own
make
money.
legitimate money,
Right.
instead of, Lenny on the
I'ma go-
corner.
I'ma
Lenny on the corner saying, "Yo, you want to make a couple dollars? All you
I'ma
gotta do is grab this package, and come on,
and
come on now." That went out with the '80s, as far as I'm concerned. Come on, get a real job.
That was like, remember, was it Lenny that opened up
Yeah.
his jacket up on
Right,
Good Times? I'm showing my age, y'all. But on Good Times, and he did what he
Yes.
did. But it's like, you
Hustler.
really just, I mean, and there's nothing wrong with getting your grind on.
Nothing. As long as it's legitimate.
As long as it's legitimate.
Right.
You can get your grind on. I'm not mad at that. But I want it to be
CDs.
legitimate. It's your grind.
You know, he's selling CDs. That was legitimate. He could have been out there selling
we all
drugs.
Getting our CDs
and
stuff.
Yeah. I'm like, yeah. I got my CD man.
I mean, we do, but it was legitimate. Like I said, I don't know his financial status. That could have been his.
I can't see anybody literally standing out in front of a store selling anything unless they had to do it.
Yeah.
So he was providing for his family.
And shout out, and I apologize, I can't remember the young lady's name who raised $325,000.
Oh my gosh, yeah. She is the angel on earth.
Oh my God,
yeah.
Blessings. Mm-hmm. That was just, and I think she did it within 24 hours.
She did. I wanted to say something about the police officer that was fired. And I'm sorry, I don't recall her name, but the police officer that was fired for speaking her mind about the killings that happened. She is a police officer, as I said, and she was angry, just like the rest of us, because of what happened to the young men, the killings that happened. And she, as a police officer, made the decision to step up and speak out about what was going on. And because she used her right to speak, her constitutional right, she was fired from her job. And what is this world coming to?
Wrong is right.
When it comes to a particular color.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, a young man went into a church and shot up 9 people, and the police walked him out with a bulletproof vest on and took him to Burger King before he went to jail. So come on now.
Wrong is right.
And right is wrong. You know, when it comes to the race thing. And all these people saying that racism is, it's no more race. What? Yeah, it actually is. So take the blinders off, because if you can't see, I don't care what color you are, white, black, green, orange, whatever, if you can't see what's going on here and don't see the wrong in it, and I'm going to say this about the police as well. If you are in and working for a police department and you know that there are people that are not right, that are doing things illegal, and you're not stepping up like this young lady did, who risked her livelihood because she decided to stand up. Right. You just as bad as the person that pulled the trigger. I'm sorry, because you're not doing anything to change anything. I'm sorry. That's just how I feel.
And that's very true. But the flip side too, unfortunately, is that the retaliation is there. The retaliation is real and it's bad and it's unfortunate, because then when you have to choose between my children, my family,
and my that's true,
and my truth,
right?
You know, and it's unfortunate. Why is it even like that? And the people that fire people that stand up and say what it is, they need to be fired,
right?
You know, like the police chief said, he wasn't stepping down.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Because at the end of the day, it shouldn't be where you make the decision that you're not stepping down. It should be where they fire you and you can't get a job as a sheriff or police or chief or nothing, or anything, at the end of the day. Because if you're not doing right by the people, just like this young lady said, a lot of the police officers that are white are afraid of black people. Because, some people are afraid of what they don't know.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? So we have been pegged out to be these crazy people that don't have any common sense, that are killers and all of this stuff. So that's what these people are outside looking in,
And that's all they
seeing,
see.
and that's what they're believing about us. So when you're a police officer and you have a badge and you have those thoughts about us, our race, that's what you get.
And it's sad, and that's a good that's a good one. That's a good one.
That's
because
real,
I say this, and I tell my y'all think I'm playing when I say I talk to my kids like this. I
Right.
talk to my kids.
You have
and
to.
They know. You could like particular races will see us as a family walking down the street or whatever, walking wherever, and they're so amazed by that. They think that
Right,
is just like.
yeah.
And it's unfortunate because it's like, really?
Yeah.
I mean, if you all can do it, why can't we?
Right.
We're families too.
Right.
But again, it goes back to I need some of my black men. You just change it a little bit, change it up a little bit, step it up a little bit, because that's all they're seeing when they're turning on the news. That's all they're seeing. They're seeing
Because
that.
that's
They're
all
not seeing the positive stories.
Because the news, they don't report the positive stories when it pertains to the black community. They don't, and I don't want to sound like I'm a racist or
No,
nothing,
and
because
we're
I'm
not.
not.
We're
I'm just
stating true
speaking.
facts.
I'm just speaking the truth.
We're stating
you know,
true facts.
and that's what I do. The realism of it is they don't talk about how, you know, like my husband, for instance, raised 3 children that weren't not even his,
Right.
you know, that and he's, you know, a good man, a good father, you know,
We don't see that.
we don't see any of that. They don't talk about any of the positive things that we do in our community. They don't talk about how the Bloods and the Crips are in the neighborhoods now trying to get
everybody together.
they done made up and trying to work things out as far as Black Lives Matters.
Right.
They're on the ground trying to work things out where they were killing each other at one time.
Yeah.
Now they're standing up. So don't talk about Black Lives Matter and what we are doing, because we're trying to get things done as far as that's concerned. But like we said, our black people have to take responsibility for their actions
You
as
do.
well.
You do.
Stop killing each other.
Stop
You
it.
know, because
Really.
they're not going to respect us if we don't respect each other.
We don't, and that's the issue. That's the thing that burns me the most, because our fight is not going to be as strong if we don't
We
have
separated.
Yeah, we're not even standing together, so our fight's
Yeah.
not going to be as strong. Because
Right.
it can be strong with
Oh,
just
yeah.
people like us talking
Right.
like we talk, but
Right.
it's not as strong as it could be. It's not as healthy, and it's not as put together as it could be, because you got so many. It used to be a time when you could say to somebody's kid, you know,
Not
"Boy,
even your own.
Go,
Yeah.
boy, go
I'ma
in there
whip
and go
your
in the room.
I'ma whip your
I'ma tell
butt.
him- You
And then
say
I'm gonna
that
take you
now?
home to your mama so she can beat you too.
You say that now, and you
They
got
ready
a
to
fight on
fight.
your hands.
Ready to fight.
So it's,
Yeah.
I mean, it's ridiculous,
Right.
and it makes no sense.
It really doesn't. But at the end of the day, we have to get back to where we were. Like you said, our communities need to get together. We need to stick together, and we need to not, be ready to bash each other as soon as somebody. I can't say nothing to, for instance, my cousin's kids.
Right.
She gets offended if somebody yells at her
Too
children,
bad.
whether they
Or-
did something wrong or
Lord,
not.
That ain't even my face.
No, that's real talk. Too bad. Because guess what? If I see them doing something, you don't have to check them, because I'm going to check them.
I'm gonna check them.
And I expect you to check mine too.
And that's real talk right there, because my kids already know. You step out of line, whoever the adult is you stepping out of line with is going to check you. Period.
That's right. And that's
the
how it
bottom
should
line.
be.
And
That's
if you
exactly
can't
how it should
accept
be.
that, then sorry, because I'm
No,
gonna
just
check
how
yours,
you-
and especially if they in my. I'm watching
In my
them,
presence, right.
Yeah, I'm gonna check your kids. So
Yeah.
you just gonna be mad with me. I go up to teenagers now and say certain things. There's certain ones you can really talk to.
Oh,
Certain
boy.
ones you
Yeah.
just be like. I ain't even.
Oh,
I
I
know.
know we got to get ready to go, but I just want to say this really, really quick. Speaking of that, I went through the Wendy's, no, the Taco Bell, and I'm not supposed to be eating no fast food, but
I
I'm
was on the phone with you?
no, this was last night.
Oh, okay. I was
Right.
on the phone with her on that
No,
one.
not on that one. My cousin Mary was on the phone. But let me tell you something. I get up to the thing and I said, I want whatever, the salad, something. And she says, what?
Ooh,
I said, excuse me, sweetie, but don't, that's rude. Don't say what to
is
people.
very rude.
That's rude. And she said, what?
Yeah.
And I said, you know what? Let me just pull up to the window. I was in the line for 45 minutes. When I got up to the window, the young lady said, I said, what's going on? Is everything all right? It took 45 minutes for me. I could have went in. The girl started laughing and said, what was your order? And I told her, and she said, I said, what's so funny? Like, you know, y'all are really disrespectful and unprofessional. And then she goes to tell another little girl. The little girl says, man, what do you need? What's your order? Like, really nasty to me. I said, who do you think you're talking to, little girl? I mean, and see, you know, I don't like to talk to people, kids like that, but some people's kids need to
Other
be checked.
people's children I don't play with.
And this is the thing. If I'm a customer at your job, you're supposed to have customer service. And I had to I was trying to teach them that because obviously nobody did. So by the time it was over with, thank God for Jesus. That's all I got to say. Because I really wanted to grab that little child through the window and choke slam her. But thank God for Jesus. Like I said, I'm a changed person. I didn't sit there arguing with this child. I said, guess what? Where's your manager? He's busy. Matter of fact, since you want to get smart, I'm deleting your order. Yeah, she went there. And I said, okay, well, that's fine. I'll sit here and hold the rest of your lineup until I get my food and speak to your manager.
No.
The manager finally came. He didn't even have no control. I had to call the main corporate office, see, because that's what I do. That's what you have to do.
Yeah.
You know, go over whoever's head and do what you have to do, because that right there, and when I say it was a line, and I waited for 45 minutes, I was hungry. To get my food, and then by the time I got up there, I didn't even want it. No. But just because she said she was deleting it and whatever, I said, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna wait." She said, "We got a line. You got to move," and I deleted. I said, "Well, guess what? I'll be waiting. Just start over." You know. Anyway, I don't know how we got there.
No, but it's just showing another way of how our
teenagers have no respect.
You have to have that respect, and we have to stick together. That's the only way we're going to have some type of leverage over what's going on right now. And not to say that it will all stop with us raising the bar a little bit, but I think we'll be in a better position to be able to stand up more, and people listen to us more.
They know. They see that we are divided.
Yeah, and so they feed into that.
That's what they use. They don't need to do anything to us. We're doing it to each other.
Pretty much.
At the end of the day. And, you know, if we start showing them better than we could tell them and stop talking and just do what we need to do and stick together and get in these communities and talk to these kids and help mentor these kids and everything, then we'll see a change. Right. Until then, all this, you know, talking and everything is just going to be the same thing. Just like all these killings, you know, they sweep it under the rug. Yeah. You know, from Trayvon Martin on till now, they've been sweeping stuff under the rug, you know, because we have not been making any noise. We sit there, we go march and break stuff and do this and that, and then everything simmers down and we quiet. No, you can't get quiet. We have to do something. We have to stand up and not just talk about it, actually do something. Go to your governor, go to your state representatives, go and make some noise. If you don't, this stuff is going to continue to happen. People are going to continue to get murdered in cold blood, and it's like it's really ridiculous.
And this
is
one
sad.
Thing I'll say too, with the way we have social media, and y'all know I hate social media.
Right.
Use social media as that platform, and speak it out. Just let's start bringing things together and work with one another. It's ridiculous to me. It is so ridiculous.
I'm sorry. When you said that about social media,
I hate it.
But even with social media now, they are arresting people and badgering people if you use your right to speak out about how you feel on social media. They sent the news to a firefighter's house because he's voiced his opinion about what happened with the two men that were murdered. And they were switching his words around and everything, you know, like
it's unfortunate. It's almost like a double sword because you can't really
win.
say certain things
You can say what you want. It's the United
Well,
States
I'm
of
saying-
America.
I'm saying-
And
I'm
guess
saying
what? Just get a good
as-
lawyer.
I'm saying.
Because guess what?
I'm saying in the public, work arena. There's certain
Right.
things you can't say, that you're not supposed to say.
Yeah.
However, I'll be perfectly honest. I truly don't know what I would do if it was my child and I was looking down on my kids. I mean, I pretty much know what I would do.
Yeah.
But God would probably have to be in between
Guess what we would be?
me and
On the unemployment line.
person.
Because guess what?
You know, 'cause
I don't mean no
I don't know
harm.
how I feel.
I would be fired
I'm
because
kids.
I'm going to,
Because I don't play with
especially
other people's children. And I don't mean kids. I mean grown folks who's other people's children. I don't play with them.
right.
That's other people's children I don't play with. I don't have time to play with. I don't.
Exactly. So we just have to one, like we said, stick together and get into these neighborhoods and start doing things with these teenagers so they won't have all this idle time to do other things like killing each other over whose street this is when ain't none of them own the
Ain't
block.
none of y'all built that
You know
block.
what I'm saying? Yeah. So we need to just
Go
keep
back to
just
your history.
do what and that's another thing. We need to let them see. A lot of these kids don't know their history.
Yeah, exactly.
They don't know
They
that,
don't know.
you know, the about
they don't
slavery.
learn it.
Unfortunately, because when I was in school, they didn't teach Black history.
No, they don't, and they really don't teach it.
You know, and these kids don't know. If we don't school your children
Yeah,
on their
pretty much.
history,
And
school
I will
them.
just say this. I want to give this number out one more time. 136 people, Black people, have been killed in 2016.
Ridiculous.
This is 2016. We're halfway through. 136. Now, if that don't make you get up off your ass today, something's wrong.
Something's wrong. And over
136.
500 people were killed at the hands of people that were sworn in to protect them. Over 500. That is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And something needs to be done. And I'm tired of talking about it. And it's several people like Snoop Dogg and several celebrities, Chris Brown, are so frustrated to the point where they're like, you know, forget the celebrity, forget the entertainment. What's up? Y'all, let's do this. You know, because people are frustrated. People are tired, you know, to sit there and see somebody get shot dead right in front of a camera and like it's nothing.
And the man had, I mean, he had oh God, he was able to carry.
He was able to carry. Yes, he was. The other
they
young man that
still
got
shot him.
killed in front of his fiance and his 4-year-old
still shot him.
daughter.
I mean,
Is
I'm
gonna
a
be
woman. I can be
traumatized.
the same way, you know. And it's not all men; it's women. It happens to women too.
Right.
It's just unfortunate. It's more of our men that are getting it.
Yeah. Well, I'm a security officer, and it's to the point now where I'm afraid to wear my uniform home.
Bad enough.
I bring my clothes to work now because I'm scared somebody gonna think, you know, I'm a cop or something and shoot me. This is the thing, though. I'm not. I'm more so worried about getting pulled over
Right.
by a cop
Exactly.
than I am that, to be totally honest with you. But I have changed, you know, the different things that I used to
way
do.
you do.
I don't wear my uniform home. It's just too much going on, and it's so sad
But we.
and unfortunate.
But you know what? Retaliation truly is not the way to go.
It's not. It's
it-
not.
You know, I jokingly say, well,
Yeah.
but it's really not.
It's definitely not the way to go.
It's not the way to go.
Two wrongs don't make a right.
No, it doesn't.
And those same people that were killed, innocent people that were killed, their families are waiting for them to come home, just like the other men that were killed and the other, you know, however many African Americans that's gotten killed at the hands of the police department. Yeah. So nobody, this killing has to end, and I believe it starts with the the gun people that regulate the guns. Why are people allowed to have high power guns in the first place? For what? What war are you going to?
None. Do you know my sister is over? I love her dearly. That she's like truly like my sister. She's over in some of the very bad spots over there for the government, and it's like really. she's out there doing some stuff that these people that are just toting around the guns and doing whatever there's no reason. So like I said, retaliation is not the way to go. Instead, let's just start working together. We Say No to Abuse is the Facebook page. We Say No, the number 2, Abuse is the Facebook page. You always can hit me up on 240-620-7789 after the show. Lisa Wilson, Yvette Days, in parentheses. You can send it there.
Renee Michelle, Facebook, RENE accent MICHELLE. I'm on Instagram, LinkedIn, everything, Renee Michelle. So yeah, you can contact me on any of those social medias, and we can talk about whatever. I'm an advocate against domestic violence and sexual assault. So, if you need to contact me pertaining to that, definitely do. And it's just really it's sad, and we need to continue to pray, not only for the families that lost their loved ones, but for each other.
And we are out. We love you all. We will see you next week. Love you, love you, love you. Stay safe, you all. Stay safe. And please contact us.
Take care.
Bye-bye.